Hi everyone. I just want to touch base real quick. I know we haven't done that for a little bit, and so I figure I should do that. So I'll try to keep it quick. I know everyone's super busy. Um, and speaking of being busy, I wanted to share a tool with you that may help you in your work. And so if you might have heard about this, it's been in the news or whatever quite a bit. It's called ChatGPT. It's a large language model um, that is trained on the internet data from 2021. And so you work it by chatting with it. And so, for example, tell it my name. And so we need a little bit of help. Maybe we just had done something in class and about Pythagorean theorem. Maybe we were interested in ancient structures. It really is kind of a matter of what we can do with our imagination and being careful with our prompts that we enter. So what do we got? We have the height of a pyramid, one side, square base, slope of the pyramid, 45-degree angle. And so we have to keep in mind that this is artificial intelligence, and it really isn't the greatest at math, although it can do some math. And so would have to go and think about this and see if it will make sense. We have the two sides, they're 100. Looks like we're solving for the diagonal of that square. The length of the diagonal, the slope of the pyramid, 45-degree angle, and the height of the pyramid. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. Huh. It looks like it's right. Well, I'll leave that up to you guys as homework now. You can reason that out, see if that is right. I believe it is. But so anyways, yeah, just to share a little bit of other work that I've been using this for. I've been using it in my teaching quite a bit, actually. And so there's a bunch of YouTube videos out there. I don't know if there's a bunch, but there's some out there now that that are veteran teachers that have really are like adapted instructional vocabulary, and so they're getting them to put out some really interesting and neat teaching tools. And so I'll show you what I've been doing here in my class. Let's go back up to the top of this chat. So we're using this in geometry. We did this yesterday. I guess it was a couple days ago. And so it's a democratic curriculum project, and we're working on it to develop a plan. And so we started off with a photo voice activity where we all put together different ideas of things we wanted to learn. So we collectively made learning goals, and this is what this was. We wanted to develop a learning outcomes for ourselves for a project we could work together on geometry that involved natural processes, math history, human history, building and applications using geometry, non-flat surfaces, design, sustainable structures. So those are all inputs that the class had. They wanted to learn about this kind of thing. And so, all right, so chat cranks it out. Says, well, here's a list of learning goals, and we were like, whew, that looks like a lot to learn just for one project. So we said, maybe you could simplify this a little bit for us. So what about shorter list, more holistic in nature? All right, does simplify it a bit. The students were still like, well, that's too long. So shorter, please. Oh, okay. And so we boiled it down to these 3 learning goals for our project. Students will develop an understanding and appreciation of how geometry shapes the world around us. Students will collaborate to apply geometric principles to solve real-world problems and create physical models. Students will use critical thinking and effective communication to analyze and communicate about geometry concepts. And so this was up on the screen in front of the class, and we all agreed, hey, this would be a good learning goal, and a good set of learning goals. And so, one of the students, they wrote this down in a Google Doc, and that's the beginning of our self-planned lesson. And we said, we're going to have some sort of assessments for ourselves to demonstrate that we have learned what we want to learn. And so we asked, what artifacts might we use to demonstrate we've met these learning goals? And there was quite a few examples listed here. The students were excited about physical models, the idea of building something. They keep bringing up the idea of popsicle sticks. So yeah, that'll probably happen. But so that's where we left off in class, and our self-assigned task for the next class period is to come up with each an activity idea based on these learning goals that we could do collectively as a group. And so, I'm finding this is a really useful tool. And like I said, I wanted to keep this short, so I'll end it here. Take care.